Welcome to What's Growing at CMC, the weekly segment where I, Daniel,
and I, Talasha, share with you about some of what God is growing here at College Mennonite Church.
Here's a fun fact that we learned this week.
We have 4 centenarians in our church family.
In other words, 4 people 100 years old or older.
Viva Garber is the latest to join this distinguished group after her birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Viva!
She joins Lois Buckwalter, Luke Berkey, and Pauline Gundon.
If you get a chance, send one of these centenarians a note of congratulations.
Our church family is so much richer because of folks like them.
We are fortunate to have a gifted and cohesive administrative staff.
Tina, Addie, Scott, Marie, Christian, Anne-Marie, and Brooks all pull together, filling in gaps where needed, and in general, just being the steady undergirding of the ministry in this congregation.
They do a lot of behind-the-scenes logistical work so that all of this wonderful CMC ministry can happen.
Sometime in the next month, we encourage you to take a moment to reach out to our team and express your thanks.
You may remember that last fall, Jim and Lisa Caskey announced an exciting volunteer opportunity.
And then a new wave of COVID hit and everything got put on pause.
Project English Classes is back.
Eileen Becker-Hoover and Neil Omstutz, who is a former pastor with a heart for our immigrant neighbors, will be leading these classes.
But we need lots of CMCers to come and assist.
All you have to do is show up on Monday evenings at 6:15.
For 15 minutes, you'll learn which English phrases and questions will be worked on that evening.
Then until 7:30, you will help English learners practice phrases like, "What do you like to do?" "I like to ride my bike."
The classes will begin on Monday, May 9, and will continue every Monday for 7 weeks.
And while it would be delightful to have teachers there for all 7 weeks, we'll also just take you for whatever time you can offer.
Come once, come 3 times, come 7 times.
There are lots of wonderful things about this opportunity, but we want to name 2 in particular.
First, what a fantastic way to get to know new people in the congregation.
And second, absolutely no Spanish is required. The point is to learn English, and you will speak in English the whole time.
So, if you have wanted to help but have been a little intimidated by the language barrier, this is your chance.
This coming Sunday is a special day in our church family.
10 people are going to be baptized in the 9:30 service.
These folks have been meeting weekly during Lent to talk about faith. And now many of the people in that baptism small group have decided they are ready for this big step.
We can't wait to hear their testimonies, celebrate their baptisms, and welcome them into the body of Christ.
Following the worship service, you will get a chance to greet them in the hallway.
And also following the service, you'll get to interact with youth who are going on the summer learning trip.
This year, the youth will go on a civil rights learning tour with Mennonite Mission Network.
Our hope is that this trip can be a time for learning about how our faith speaks to issues of civil rights and racial justice.
Whitney and Will Hunt and Kent Beck will be the CMC adults accompanying the youth on the trip.
This Sunday, you'll get a chance to support the youth.
Each youth going on the trip is giving 6 hours to something. Perhaps baking treats to sell on Sunday, or maybe offering their services for people in the congregation.
Give some donations for the fruits of their labors.
You can also support them by prepping your gardens.
Casting Hope will have worm casting to sell, and all proceeds will go to the youth trip.
But wait, that's not all that's happening on Sunday.
We will also have a story swap.
In case you hadn't heard, Daniel and I are going to be on a 4-month sabbatical beginning May 6th.
Our congregation received a Clergy Renewal grant from the Lilly Endowment, and that is going to mean all kinds of growth and fun for you all here and for us.
Next week on What's Growing, we will give you all the details of what we're going to be up to.
But this week, we'd like to just introduce the theme.
Household of Stories.
The activities of the next 4 months will be centered around storytelling as a means of discovering and building this household of faith.
You will be doing a lot of storytelling here without us.
So, we wanted an opportunity to benefit from this hive of storytelling wisdom before we go.
We want to know about the stories that have been formative for you.
In the fellowship hall, there will be places to write down books, movies, podcasts, and other stories that have made a difference in your life.
We'll compile those and take them with us as our story idea list for the summer.
And we'll share that list too with all of you, because how cool is it to have a list of stories that have formed this congregation for all of us to pull from?
Part of our story adventure includes a trip to Puerto Rico, and we know that many people here have Puerto Rico connections.
So another part of the story swap on Sunday will be a chance for you to tell us your Puerto Rico stories.
Or write them down and put them in our story basket.
This will be a big Sunday.
Baptisms, youth fundraiser, story swap.
And don't forget the cookies. There will be cookies.
We're excited.
We hope to see you on Sunday.
God was, God is, and God will be.
Thanks be to God.
Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God.